Hello everyone, this is the Tarot Queen Jamila, and I am here to do the fall equinox love reading for the Libras. So if you hear some frequencies in the background, it's a throat chakra meditation. So because I kind of feel like I'm struggling to talk, and then it's like 2 in the morning and I'm not trying to talk too loud. So this is going to be a 10-card spread, and I'm going to use my pagan tarot deck. So if you want to like Google the cards as I tell you them. So this will be focused on love for the Libras for September 2016. This may not resonate for all of you Libras. If it doesn't, or if it does, I always recommend a private reading and a more personalized reading. So I'm actually offering 30 minutes for $25 right now, so just go to my website. And so what else was I going to say? Also, this is going to be looking at it from a fall equinox perspective, because I'm also a Wiccan neo-pagan. And so, or if you want to change it, you know, because yeah, so you can flip it, you know, neo-pagan, Wiccan, or just neo-pagan and neo-Wiccan is what I can say, because, you know, I've got a variety of beliefs. But anyway, so during the you know, the fall solstice or whatever, hold on a second, I'm sorry. So this is going to be for the why am I on here, sorry. Okay, so this is going to be for the fall equinox. So there's certain this is actually for Simon, and this is your harvest. And then going into the fall, and there is a certain, this is when, you know, days and nights are equal, and it starts getting darker earlier, and it's fall. So this is a really important time of the year for Wiccans and pagans, and for a lot of people. So it kind of gives like a forecast of what you'll harvest, and what I got for the Libras is the 4 of Cups. So I get the sense that there is going to be a harvest coming in for you at the end of September, but with the 4 of Cups, there is some sadness with that. So what the 4 of Cups is that in spite of having, you know, a lot of good things, there's some unhappiness, some regret there. So, you know, and also I can see that the harvest is something that you've been waiting for a while to come into fruition as well. So, you know, and I'll go into the love meaning of that, but I did want to go over that just to let you know, because a lot of people really want to know that about the harvest and everything. So, and I think that it's really positive, you know. So anyway, going to what's going on currently now. Right now you are bored. Right now you are being very impulsive. This can either be you or your partner. It is a literal person. So being that it's the Page of Pentacles, it could be an earth sign, so it could be someone else, because it is a court card. So I'm just going to ask the spirits to just explain a little bit more about what's going on with this Page of Pentacles, because I'm going to be honest with you, this kind of energy is not the best energy. It's kind of a little intrusive, almost, with the Page of Pentacles. And, you know, the energy that the Page of Pentacles brings with, you know, with that. So, all right, let me just see what's going on with this Page of Pentacles, because you just never know. Now, the Page of Pentacles is, you know, a court card in the deck. So, you know, this is an advanced person, but it does come with the energy of boredom, you know, in your love life or something. And, you know, the need to shake things up. So this could either be you or your partner, or it could be both. So I'm going to pull a card, and you did get the Elder of Pentacles. So currently, you know, in your love life, I get the sense that the Page of Pentacles is probably your partner. Elder of Pentacles is another person. So let's go ahead and ask the spirits to explain more about the Page of Pentacles. Elder of Pentacles, how do they relate? You know, these court cards, I have to kind of sift through the cards to kind of get the answer, you know. So there's always an answer. If the Page of Pentacles is for you, especially if you are single, this can mean that you may be, you know, in a place where you are advancing yourself or your personal power. Now, you did get the High Priestess, so this is a major arcana. A lot of good energies within the High Priestess, a lot of sexual energy, a lot of you know, is in the High Priestess. Now also, just to let you know, the Elder of Pentacles, this is the King of Pentacles. So that is a lot of energy. And just to kind of move forward, I mean, the High Priestess, I would say that things currently are going fairly well, but there's also, with that Page of Pentacles, there's this I can see some things going on, especially with the High Priestess within your relationship. So, you know, it could be that things, you know, the things that you're doing in your relationship are actually producing, you know, maybe more sexual energy for you. If you're single, I am seeing you probably as, you know, more so focusing on money, and that's male or female. You're probably focusing more on, you know, cultivating wealth, especially when the King of Pentacles comes up. So, look into the past here. I do see that there's some journey that was recently set out, because you got the Two of Wands. And, you know, Two of Wands is a partnership as well. So, you know, that's really good energies as far as with some sort of partnership. This is where you and your partner relate to each other on, you know, a more so, you know, identical level. Now, you also, so whenever I see a lot of court cards, I kind of see someone as, you know, dealing with a lot of people. And this is very common in a Libra reading, especially because Libras are people. So Libras are usually likable. They're usually well liked. They're usually, you know, so the Two of Wands coming up in the past, but then subconscious influences, you got the Novice of Pentacles. So I get the sense that there's some sort of, you know, especially if you're single, there could be someone making offers to you. You know, again, this is a court card, so this is a literal person. Also, if it's for you, you know, I get the sense that because this represents your actions, I would say that you are, you know, being very giving, especially with the Novice of Pentacles. So whether or not you're dating a Libra or, you know, or a Libra, I can see that one or both partners, or either it's both, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to mean money, but it could be giving of time, attention. So that's actually you know, a pretty good thing. But, you know, just to make sure, what effect is the Novice of Pentacles having on you still, because it is a literal person. Doesn't necessarily mean that that person is affecting you subconsciously in a positive way. Okay, especially with the general outcome. So let's go ahead and ask the spirits what kind of effects is the Knight of Pentacles having actually on the Libra. So let's just go ahead and look at that, because court cards just stand for a person. So you did get the Hierophant. I get the sense that the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant comes up, and it really shows some sort of spiritual war going on between, you know, two sides. And that's what the Hierophant is. The Hierophant is a powerful spiritual religious leader, and whenever he comes up in a reading, he always points to someone being, you know, needing to be tolerant. So currently right now you've got someone who, you know, who really doesn't have, you know, the religious tolerance. And this person is affecting you. they're really intolerant about something about you. It doesn't necessarily have to be religion or spiritual. It can be something else. So the Hierophant really comes in, and it's a reminder for you to accept yourself, and accept, especially accepting your differences, and also respecting other people. So, maybe the Knight of Pentacles could be, sending you, because the Knight is a lot of energy, okay? And it can be it can either be one of the things. This is why, especially with the Pentacle, I always want to make sure of what I'm seeing, with a Pentacle, okay? Because a Pentacle can be the Cups energy, it can be Wands, it can be money, it can be spiritual, and it can also be the Sword. So the Pentacles represents the Pentacle, which is the pentagram, which is why it always shows a pentacle. It does represent money as well, but not necessarily. Whenever core cards come up, I always have to look deeper. So anyway, moving forward, your secret desires and wishes is the Lovers. So there is some sort of attachment to someone whenever this card comes up. You can also see the attachment in the Two of Wands, going back to the past, and then also the High Priestess. I get the sense that the Page of Pentacles, the Elder of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, all of those are literal people in your life. Especially given the position in the court. The Page is probably someone younger than you. The Elder of Pentacles is probably someone older than you. And the Novice of Pentacles is probably someone your age, sending energy to you. Now, the Knight is a step up from the Page. So, you can do the math as far as, but the Lovers is a major arcana. This is a big deal. It's having a major impact on, on your life. And then also it's a decision. It's also making some sort of decision, some sort of life decision, choosing a path also. So there's a Lover that is desired, or either if you're single, you desire a relationship. If you are attached, this is representative of this relationship, of you wanting it to go to another level, of you wanting it to, elevate in some kind of way. Now, what's hidden, in retrospect to that is the Judgment. So Judgment comes in as a major arcana to say that you jump to conclusions too much, and you need to stop doing that. Also, it means that there's something that you need to review in your past, okay? And that's if you're single or attached or involved with someone or married or whatever. So the Judgment always comes in, and it also says to use better judgment. But also, don't judge people too quickly. Quit jumping to conclusions, and that kind of energy is fear. Fear comes from the Judgment card. That's the general meaning. Now, as far as with love and everything, as far as looking at the love meaning, it is a specific love meaning, and I do always I like to go to my references and stuff to make sure, but it's the same thing. You assume that your partner is cheating, you assume that someone is lying to you, you assume you can't trust, but it's also fear. There's a lot of anxiety in that Judgment card also, because it's also fear of judgment, fear of a judgment, fear of an outcome also. So, that's something to think about, and it's coming up under the hidden forces. So this is something hidden that, that's affecting you on a major level. And Judgment comes up as something that's hidden from you. Okay, so Judgment, like I said, it can be about jumping to conclusions, decisions and judgments which are too hastily made. So, okay, so making decisions in haste. So what the hidden forces is telling you, especially in retrospect to the lovers, is that this is a make or break period, especially if you're already involved. And, you know, it's also a make or break period, you know, as far as if you were trying to manifest someone in your life. Okay. Also, you know, if you're single, there is a partnership that still comes back in. And the High Priestess, I kind of see that as a ritual as well. So coming up currently, what's coming in currently is rituals, is what I'm seeing with that High Priestess for a lot of you Libras. So it could be that you're cleaning your house, you're folding all your clothes, you know, doesn't necessarily mean that you are, you know, just doing feminine things. The High Priestess is a very feminine card, has a lot of feminine, sexual, fertile energy in that card. What you can expect as an upcoming event, though, you did get this Ten of Swords. So there is going to be some sort of argument, some sort of fight coming up. If you're involved with someone, especially if you're in a relationship. Doesn't mean that it's going to be over, but there is going to be some issues there. And so the Ten of Swords, I mean, it could be anything. But a lot of times what it could mean is, you know, the Ten of Swords, you know, the pagan definition is, you know, being able to stand your ground when, you know, you're, you know, doing some, you know, craziness. Also, it can mean, usually when the Ten of Swords comes in as a future event, this can symbolize some sort of death in the family. Also, is what I've been seeing with this card a lot. Something that's going to be horrific. I'm not sensing that it's going to be I'm not sensing that it's going to be something that's going to happen to you personally as a Libra, but I think that it is going to be something, you know, but whatever it is, it's going to give you new hope. So for some of you, this could symbolize maybe possibly a breakup, or maybe the end of something. Okay, so it's something that's unavoidable, but it's something that you have to go through. So, you know, and the 10 is a really positive number. So this is what I want to tell you is that the date on the Ten of Swords is June. Okay. But we're looking at September. So this would be about, you know, mid to end of September. Doesn't mean that, you know, that things are going to be all bad, because your outcome is the Four of Cups. And, you know, that denotes that, you know, there's definitely what I would say would be, you know, fear coming in, you know, from the past. You know, the relationship is still there, but there's still this, you know, this apathy. And then the Page of Pentacles too. And I think that currently, you know, right now, especially with the Novice of Pentacles coming up as what's affecting you subconsciously, I definitely do see that, you know, because the Page of Pentacles, you know, can be someone very apathetic, agitated, flighty, shifty. You know, but I'm not really seeing it. I'm seeing it really coming in. Not as the Libra energy, but probably a partner. Could be any zodiac, you know, any zodiac sign. Now, the surrounding environment, what's around you, you got the Eight of Pentacles. So again, you got a lot of pentacles. So I can see that, you know, in September, you're going to really be trying to gather up all of your resources. So this is why I'm seeing a lot of pentacles, and I'm seeing it in a lot of things. So the Eight of Pentacles just shows, you know, a lot of a lot of productivity. That's what the Eight of Pentacles means. It's productivity. So you'll definitely be in a good financial place in September, okay? Now the effect of your surrounding environment, you got the Ace of Cups. So this is going to come in around the end. Definitely going to be some things that are going to come to a head, you know, up to about probably about the first quarter moon, no, first half moon. So about beginning to, well, about mid to halfway. I'd say up to about halfway. You know, this is when there's going to be some situations from the past that are going to come up. I think it's because I think what I'm seeing is, you know, especially for those of you involved with someone, is you are going to jump to the conclusion about something and it's going to cause some sort of, you know, some sort of issue within that relationship if you're currently involved. If you are single, judgment comes in because there's going to be some realizations that you're going to make. You're going to review the past. If you're single, now I do see single or involved, you're going to be reviewing the past. So in September, you're going to do a lot of soul searching. I can see that with the judgment. And it is going to cause some changes in your life, but I think those changes all in all are going to be positive. But with this Ace of Cups, so this is a beautiful new beginning. So I think that, you know, even out of that, there's going to be some new hope with that Ten of Swords. So the Ace of Cups shows a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, and that's really good to have. Sorry, my ear is itching. That's really good to have around you. So those around you, these are the people around you. So the people around you really do, I am seeing some positive energy from the people around you, but there's still some situation involving the love life that you're going to be dealing with, okay? Now, the spiritual forces is the King of Swords. So this is really, I don't know, this is another literal person in your life, Libra. Could be you, could be someone that you know. I'm sorry, my kids are being kind of loud. Ty, patience. The Elder of Swords or the King of Swords in the regular deck. It's definitely got some very aggressive energy. Okay, so let's just ask the spirits what I can tell Libra. Who is this person? Now, usually when I get a court card in that position, this is actually someone sometimes that has passed on. It could still stand for you, but it could be the spirit of that person coming through. So I'm just going to ask the spirits for the Libra. What is this Elder of Swords? You know, what is the effect spiritually on the Libra, or what kind of message, what message is that person trying to send? All right. So you got the Moon card. You kind of got a spirit on you. I think you're gonna, I think there is gonna be some sort of spirit affecting you. I don't know if it's doing it now. But that's definitely, the Moon card is a major arcana. And the spirits are telling me that whatever that person is, it could be your father, it could be grandfather, it could be ex-boyfriend. And it could also be somebody that is still alive. Okay, so let's put it like that. It could be someone physical or in spirit. But I think that this person, you know, especially being that it's a swords, I think that this person, especially since you're an air sign, this person can affect you spiritually. And it causes, you know, with that Moon card, it's kind of like a card of trickery, you know, disillusionment, fear, paranoia. So I get the sense that, you know, even though there's a lot of good, beautiful things that you have in, you know, in the month of September, I do feel like there is this, you know, this dark energy that is going to affect you, which is why the outcome card is the Four of Cups. And so I do see you know, those of you Libras that are currently involved in a relationship, I do see the relationship still working, but the Four of Cups is not a very good positive energy. I think that this energy, whatever it is, it comes in and it really does cast a dark shadow. And in the illustration, if you go look it up, of the Four of Cups, it's a woman sitting there. She's actually alone. Sometimes it can mean you know, it's being in a relationship but still kind of feeling alone and alienated. You know, being lonely in your relationship is kind of what the Four of Cups comes through as. But it's the illustration is a woman sitting in a park. She has, you know, these beautiful chalices. You know, one of them is huge. It's got these rubies on it, and she has another one on the picnic basket or the picnic blanket. But there's actually two chalices that are missing. You don't see them in this picture, and that's because the other person is missing from the picture. So she's got a lot of nice things. You know, obviously she's having a picnic. She, you know, hair is done. She looks really, you know, serene, like she takes care of herself. But it's just, you know, she's enjoying these nice things alone, and that's kind of the energy. So the meaning of this, you know, card is unhappiness in spite of, you know, having a lot of blessings. So it's also, you know, getting your blessings but not counting them, not appreciating them. So just to beware for that. You know, this reading is not to tell you that you're going to be sad as hell at the end of the month, but it's just a reminder that, you know, you need to count your blessings and, you know, just be more appreciative. Okay, and there's a lot of material, you know, a lot of the pentacles in this particular reading, a lot of them, Libra. So, you know, you're kind of putting a lot of emphasis on money, which is good. It really is. I mean, you got, you know, 3 court cards, you know, that were all money related. All of them were pentacles. You know, so, and, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. You know, the subconscious influences being money. But, you know, just keep in mind that, you know, it does cause some discord, you know, in your relationships. And, I mean, if you need a personalized reading, I wouldn't be afraid of the Four of Cups. I just can really see that, you know, the good news is that for the fall equinox, you know, financially, you know, and as far as with resources, you will be set, you know, with that Four of Cups for sure. But it still has that sadness of not feeling like it's enough. Okay, with the Four of Cups. And then it's speaking in terms of the relationship. You know, the cups is a woman's emotions. You know, this is her emotions. So it's kind of like, you know, in the illustration, you can see the woman is having a picnic alone. She has nice things, but where is the person that should be there with her? You know, they're not really in there. And that's why they have this depicted as that. But, you know, it just wants to remind you to count your blessings. You know, things will get better. You know, so we'll just have to see what happens with the October readings that I'm going to come out with. And that'll be next month. And so I'm going to conclude this reading. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Let me just ask the spirits what advice I can give to the Libra as far as with this Four of Cups, whether or not single or involved with someone. Because that's not good when you have things but you don't appreciate them, and it's kind of like you are not really happy with what you have. And so especially with a relationship. So I think the Four of Cups was good for, you know, your fall equinox. But for the, you know, for the love portion of this reading, it's a little bit of a negative, dark energy. And I get some people's signs, they get really sensitive. And they're like, why is my reading so negative for September? All right, hold on. Uh-oh. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Wheel of Fortune is really amazing. it is a major arcana card, and I believe the Wheel of Fortune. No, I'm thinking about the World card. Wheel of Fortune, you know, really shows that there's going to be something that's going to it's going to definitely be being that it's a major arcana card, you know, and especially that I'm interpreting it for love. Okay, so the Wheel card, what the Wheel card wants you to know, specifically the Wheel of Fortune, as far as with love, it means that you and your partner, if you're currently involved with someone, you're going to renegotiate. Okay, or that it needs to be renegotiated because there's some unhappiness in that Four of Cups. Doesn't mean that it's over. It just means that maybe it's no longer going to suit your needs. Okay, so this can either be, you know, you or your partner. This does not mean that if you're in a committed relationship that it is over, but only that you need to take action to make sure that it makes it. So, you know, talking about it is good, and you know, if you're single, you need to go online, you know, there, or just allowing your friends to introduce you to someone. So, you know, especially if you're single, for that. So, in fact, the illustration is actually the Wheel of Fortune. It's actually not the Wheel of Fortune, but it's a wheel, and the woman is actually looking on a computer. So, also, just to say, you know, with the fall equinox, is that, you know, the wheel definitely foretells some sort of good fortune. So that's actually pretty good again, you know. So as far as, you know, with the love reading, it can definitely mean that there's a change of direction, like a new direction. It's also a cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is the cycle of life. It speaks to good beginnings, and, you know, also events, you know, that are going to be positive. Okay, and also luck, good luck. Okay, so that's pretty good to get that. And it also says that you must be ready to change your ways of thinking, because whether or not your actions bring success, they represent beneficial change. So that's pretty good. So again, I'm going to wrap this reading up. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Also, I do offer private personal readings. You can check out my website. The link is in the video description box. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you thumbs up this video, and I'll see you later. Blessed be.